I saw the film, of course, when I was very young, maybe 12 years old. It's a very strong force. I mean, as you're watching the picture, you get a really strong sense of a kind of obsessive nature of revenge, an all-consuming way. The nature of it and how it can turn a person out for vengeance into pretty much a ruthless, cold-blooded monster who starts taking on the characteristics of the people he's going to take revenge from. It's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy in the film. And it's casting Glenn Ford was really interesting because he played a lot of comedies and even musicals. He was it seemed like he played an ordinary family man, good-natured, loves his wife and kid. And when the tragedy occurs, it's as if he's turned into granite, into stone, and he becomes a machine of vengeance where no stopping him.
What did he do for you? When I let go, start talking. If you don't, I'll finish the job.
It looked very plain, the look of the picture. I mean, naturally, a lot of the films that Fritz Lang did after Fury, when he came to America after 36 with Fury, when you look at them compared to the great silent films he made, there's a major difference. There's a flatness. There's a visually composition. A lot of them are not very rich-looking films, particularly the films he made in the 50s, before he left Hollywood for good. The flatness accentuates that because it doesn't point up. It doesn't indicate any special meaning to body movements, emotions in the characters, very few tracks in to people, this sort of thing, so that it forces you to look at it, objective observer. And all of this is going on inside the frame, and yet I could swear that the film is very expressionistic. It's not. But in my memory, it is. And that adds to this power. I mean, he directs your eye to the movement and the behavior of the characters, the games they play with each other. This idea of fate, you sensed it in the nature of the way that they play out in the picture. Particularly this horrible moment where Lee Marvin throws a hot coffee in Gloria Graham's face. It happens so suddenly, without warning, and it's horrifying. There is a shot of the coffee pot when he looks at it, which is a moment where the audience is saying, no, don't do that, and he does it.
You lying pig!
And when later she throws the hot coffee back in his face, when she gets her revenge, it's very upsetting and horrifying in a different way, as Lee Marvin almost ceremoniously sets the stage for what's going to happen. And when the coffee's thrown in his face, you don't see Gloria Graham doing it. It comes from off-screen, around the corner. And it's almost like the force of destiny, fate, just coming back around. And in a way, this contrast operates throughout the film. First is something truly shocking and out of the ordinary happens, followed by another very carefully planned horror. It has a real sense of destiny about it, and like a puzzle in which fate is going to play itself out. Characters are going to endure a sort of exorcism of vengeance and emotion, psychological terror. It was almost objectively filmed, so that it was even more scary. It was more terrifying, I think. It was a mystery as to her behavior at times. But what did come across was her appreciation of Ford's character, and in a way has a higher moral ground than the others in the picture. She really does. But this is wounded. This is scarred. This is out of World War II. You say, and I think that's very much Lang's point of view by that point. By that time, he talked about after World War II, horror was more about pain, extraordinary pain, and so you see it in this film.
I'll fix you in your pretty face.
Vince, she scalded.
She had it coming.
They try to appear loving when they're being calculated or innocent. When they're guilty, they try to appear innocent and they're actually guilty. And that adds to this sense of inevitability. You know, something horrific is going to occur by the end of the picture.
Dave,
Yes.
am I gonna die?
If I said you'd live another 100 years, you'd call me a liar.
I don't want to die.